And now I just want to introduce the three kind of main aspects of what we're doing, and then I'm going to turn it over to Boz over here to walk through exactly what we're doing. So these are the three main features of the new messaging product, a modern messaging product that we're rolling out today. The first is seamless messaging. It's a convergent system that we're launching today that kind of handles messages seamlessly across all the different ways that you want to communicate. It's not email, right? It handles email in addition to Facebook messages and Facebook IM and other IM and SMS and all the different ways that you want to communicate. It's true, people are going to be able to have facebook.com email addresses, but this is not email. Email is one way that people will be able to use this system, but we don't even think it's going to be the primary way that people use this system. It's just one way that people want to communicate, and the goal of this product is to make it so that we can seamlessly integrate across all of these different products very easily. The second is conversation history. One of the biggest things that we think is kind of confusing and difficult about email is there's this threading model, which we think is very archaic. One of the things that adds just a lot of weight to email is you have subjects and you have all these different threads with a person. But in real life, if you talk to someone, you have a conversation with them, right? You have like a stream of conversation. And our view is, a lot of the more modern communication vehicles that people are using, like IM or SMS, you don't have multiple threads. You have one thread with a person. That makes it really simple to communicate with them. And it has a lot of interesting properties. Like you can go back and have your whole conversation history in one view. So that's what we wanted to do here. We wanted to make it so that it's super simple. You have a conversation with a person or with a group of people. You have one conversation with that group or that person, and all your IMs, messages, emails, SMSs go into that, and you have one history, and you can kind of go through it forever, right? And that's going to be really cool because 5 years from now, you're going to just have this full, rich history of all of the communication that you have with each of your friends and the people around you. That also enables really easy, kind of simple real-time messaging, right? You have one thread with someone sends you a message, it comes in immediately, it's really good. The third thing is this concept that we're calling social inbox, which is just that because we know who your friends are, right? Because you've put in your friends list, and your friends have put in their friends list, we can do some really good filtering for you to make sure that you only see messages that you really care about. Now, in email, one of the biggest problems is spam, right? There's been spam filters that are very sophisticated that have been developed over the last 10 or 15 years that are really good at getting rid of the real junk, right? But there are a lot of different classes of junk, and it's really difficult for any email system to know, this is a person who's sending a legitimate message, but you just don't care about what they have to say. I think for a long time, people have acknowledged that the real way to deal with spam and filtering is to build whitelists, right? To make it so that you can say exactly who you want to receive messages from and just get messages from those people. But it hasn't really been practical to do that, right? And we talked about this at the groups launch about a month ago, but nobody wants to make lists, right? Very few people go and will actually make a list to filter the people that they want to get messages from. But at Facebook, you get that automatically. But it's even better than that. Because not only do you get that, but you can just get messages filtered to you from people who are friends of your friends or who are closer within your network without ever having to do any work at all. So one of the results of this is that you get this social inbox where your default experience is all really high signal personal messages for you, but then you get this other box that you can go to and you can check once a day or whenever you want that has all the other stuff that isn't junk that we automatically filter out. And it just creates a really compelling experience. So these are the three things that we think create a modern messaging system. Seamless integration across all the different ways that people communicate, including email, but not only email. A single conversation history so you can have all your context with friends and people that you know all in one place, very simple to interact with and communicate through. And the third is a social inbox for filtering exactly the messages that you want to see.